Nisara system will lead humanity to live in total abundance. Beloved ones, we came to tell you about some developments that the implementation of Nisara will bring to your life. We have told you that a new financial system will be implemented for the consolidation of a new world. This system will lead humanity to live in a total abundance of resources environment, without the possibility of overuse or depletion of the same, and that there is no accumulation or lack any human being. We also said that this system would be implemented by an entity, Nesara, an intelligence that will take care of your system resources. It is a living soul, a set of higher consciousness that are attached to a common goal, to assist them in the management of all its resources. Nisara, as we said, is a consciousness that has physical body as financial documents. The implementation of Nisara, a soul group, first will connect to this awareness. To him will be given the first task of distribution and allocation of these resources materialize. This group will be guided by this awareness and will have as its mission the materialization of this guidance. It is a system that will be formed from the light, then those who have light assume this responsibility first. Some souls, we can say, earlier and accepted this challenge and have been for many lives prepared to assume it, are connecting with this energy intelligence to management of these funds. Nisara will elect its officers for the light. So, this entity will come with the function to deploy and assist in the execution of a financial system that is suited to the collective consciousness of humanity. The system will shape the collective consciousness, but primarily through energy people able to assume such responsibility. Those elected will then compose this awareness. We say, those who primarily manage these funds must be connected in soul to this mission, this consciousness, otherwise very little can be done. There should be a genuine willingness to share, to foster wealth and equality, giving conditions for everyone to develop. Remember, however, that all should gradually connect to Nisara. You will connect energetically to the financial system. As we explained to them, it will require not only open to monetary values, but the abundance of love, freedom, authenticity, and everything that makes the experience their essence. This system will lead to a gradual evolution, however, for its proper use, its vibration must fit, their behavior must change, because its light should lead progressively to have access to all resources that effectively require not only financial but also spiritual. However, we have seen the position of some changes that this process will result. First, however, we leave a question to answer honestly: how many would be effectively prepared for financial change? We say, prepared to entrust the true abundance, to give what you have confidence that there will never be missing, because the flow is constant. More than that, how many were actually engaged in modifying their habits, loss of privileges in favor of a free and eradicated humanity poverty? Remember, you were raised in a dispute based on the system and the competition and not in harmony. A system of slavery by debt and not one that leads to understanding the flow of creation. Then, changing habits and behaviors in intrinsic terms, it is inevitable and desirable. Humanity wants the release of the funds, but I think the responsibility that this will bring with you? The management of these funds is something a lot of responsibility, because the aim is to create equality through personal empowerment. In other words, is not to give, but to create conditions for personal and collective growth. Nisara will require wisdom in the use of resources, so it is a consciousness that will be the guide. No individual human being has the degree of development to operate something of such magnitude. The use of these resources will require the energetic connection to this awareness. But we'll talk about some developments. Beloved, the eradication of poverty involves changing a number of habits and customs of the world. Its social system is based on exploitation. But they all do this because so we're educated. If everyone, however, have access to all the goods of life, inevitably some professions, some positions will be extinct within the current design and the way they operate. Humanity must find other ways to carry out these activities through new technologies. For example, if everyone has the minimum of life goods, humanity must rethink the allocation and management of waste produced. Or do you think someone dreams of working with your trash? Some professions that do not dignify the human being because exposed to unsanitary conditions will be extinguished as they are currently carried out. So, The installation of these funds will put an end to a series of comfort and behaviors they have. And at that point, you will see who is next to light and prepared to operate such a system to the point of giving up personal comforts for the dignity of all human personality. Nisara will require a constant openness to habits and customs change, because, as we said, this is not just a control entity, but rather of evolutionary pedagogic character. She gradually lead humanity even to be able to live without requiring the use of coins. This intelligence will use the money and other resources as a means to accelerate the advancement of humanity itself. The installation of these funds will end up with many comforts that currently have, where human beings perform work on the social margin to serve the more affluent. Obviously, the return will be in light, in freedom, dignity, evolving the community. For, look how you need people to serving their view all the time. Do this exercise observation. Is it possible that this will continue in the same way that all have access to the goods of life unlimited? And we tell you that your current financial system is supported by your habits. Egoic learn one way to deal with the monetary resources. So Nisara will have the mission to re-education. Your world today needs servers because it is built on the foundation of inequality. So is the collective consciousness of humanity that sustains the current serfdom system. Otherwise, watch how their jobs, most do not allow the full development. They restrict their activity to serve, forbidding to be authentic, in essence, in the development of its activities. We are referring to the end of time those jobs that brought them pain, fatigue, unremitting toil and endless, that the little they added in terms of light. And we do not tell you this in the direction of the decrease, or that now abdicate all they have. No, but for that to question and begin to see how your world is organized and what it will mean equality and release of funds in their day-to-day. Yes, the abdication of a number of comforts that his serfdom system brings, in favor of those with less access to the goods of life. It will be time, then, in which many will be abdicating jobs that do not allow the full development of their potential. The call of their higher aspects will be the lead to light. No more time to surrender your time unless higher forms of organization of their world. You will see people moving to jobs that dignify, to talk about its essence. There will be a great development of the arts, the small organic farming, new technologies, laws, healing activities and everything that is related to the divine essence of every human being. People will seek to meet and so provide services that improve and develop the community in which they will be inserted. Possessing the necessary means of life, there will be no need to undergo long and tiring daily toils to say nothing about its essence on the earth plane. This will require a profound change in social organization. All of you therefore have a great responsibility in the implementation of this new system, which is not only financial but also social. You will have the responsibility to implement staff training facilities, as well as to accept and allow the profound change that will result. The change is constant, then the exercise will be letting go of their habits, behavior and customs. Taken together, a number of new technologies that will be released allow a smoother change. Many of the activities that expose humans to the harsh living conditions will be replaced by technologies that are available. This is because the Creator's plan is perfect and will lead to a greater atmosphere of happiness, fulfillment and freedom. The freedom that we say, beloved, then, means to break the ties that bind them, stop the bond that sticks. It leaves so that each seek their way according to your heart. A new world will be built, no strings to hold them, not without rules, but with no strings attached and no servitude to the dictate behavior. This is all love, because love releases respects, does not hold permits. A world of love is different than you think, what they learned, because he respects and is free. Look how this simple concept is still difficult also to its design. So, be open to change. Something new is emerging. We are a collective consciousness, and together the beloved Master Saint Germain bring you these brief words of guidance representing a collective consciousness of benevolent beings. The group,